Got a daughter now, so things are good, you know?
When are we going to see you on a cover of NBA 2K?
By 2K27.
Okay, I like that.
Let's do it.
Are you ready to go get my Team card? Let's see how it turned out. Let's go.
For those of you who joined us for our inaugural 2K TV Tuesday event, thank you for helping us make it a huge success. We were there competing and checking out all the action.
And preparing for battle, each guy with his own approach to getting ready for what should be an excellent matchup. What a view from the top of the Empire State Building in Midtown Manhattan, just a couple of blocks away from our location here in New York City. Hi, and thanks for joining us on 2K Sports NBA action. It's coming up. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the Dallas Mavericks going up against the New York Knicks here in New York. I'm Brian Anderson, alongside Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill. Allie LaForce is our reporter. Allie, take it away.
Brian, the Knicks are making a nice turnaround under Coach Tom Thibodeau. He said, quote, "It's a proud organization. I was here during the 90s. That doesn't have anything to do with today. Just like I don't want us looking ahead. I don't want us looking behind. Our focus has to be exactly on what's in front of us." Guys?
That's a great point. Thanks, Allie. Well, we see it almost every night, Clark. Another great backcourt matchup.
Well, B.A., this league is so stacked with tremendous guards. I mean, all-star caliber guards all over the league, and it really creates a situation where being able to choose guards for the all-star game is just virtually impossible to not leave somebody off that's deserving.
So here's Dallas's starting group. Jalen Brunson is out there with Luka Doncic. Then there's Davis Bertans. Then it's Marquise Chris. And it's Brown in at the 3. And for the Knicks, inside we have Randall and Robinson. Then there's Derrick Rose. Then it's R.J. Barrett. And it's Miracle Man in at the shooting guard position. From deep, Rose nails it from 3.
You got to take Rose seriously from there now. I mean, he's capable of doing some major damage from distance.
Rose against Doncic. Pass to Chris. Now Bertans. Rose grabs the board.
And he's really silencing all the haters. Randall has become a guy you can run the offense through time and time again.
That one drops for him.
This guy never stops working. He's always going hard, and Randall's aggressiveness is what allows him to be such a good offensive rebounder.
Now here's Doncic. We saw him with 29 points in his last game. Good D by Rose. And Randall effectively became a point center starting last year.
And coach put him in spots where he can make easy reads. So Randall knows exactly when to attack and when to look for a teammate. Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Chris up top. Doncic against Robinson. And Doncic, here we go. And Doncic with the jam.
One of the things I love most about Luka Doncic, his court recognition and awareness. This guy is so sharp and alert, understands how to play. Only one miss in the first 5 attempts, clearly feeling it.
And around 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Outside Brunson. Pass to Doncic. Shoots over Randall. He can't hit that time. The Knicks go the other way with it.
1 for 5 out there, but no worries. Just keep attacking.
And Miracle Man gets it to go.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Outside Brunson. And here's Brown. Now here's Chris. He's been contributing over 15 a game. Here's Doncic. Buries it. He's 2 for 4 in this game.
Boy, calm and collected inside. Doncic's scoring ability, wide-ranging.
Here's Miracle Man. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Pass to Barrett. High arcing shot, and he sinks the layup.
This has been just a dreadful start for them defensively. Not good at all.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense.
And Dallas calls time here. This game coming after a loss versus the Bulls.
They just weren't careful with the rock. The passing was loose. The ball handling was lackluster. That's not how you win in this league.
Checking in for the Mavericks.
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Here's Miracle Man. He's covered by Bertans.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Dallas has gone 1 of 2 from downtown here in the second. Inside, we have Randall and Robinson. Kemba Walker's out there with Alec Burks. And it's Miracle Man in at the small forward position. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks.
And they're in a better flow this quarter offensively. And their shooting percentage is steadily rising as a result.
And they're starting to heat up is what they're doing. They're on fire. I mean, that's what they need to climb back into this game.
Thanks, guys. Well, Miracle Man in the last time out against the Spurs was all business. He contributed 35 points, and he was red hot from beyond the arc, raining down a ton of threes. He was dominant, and they're hoping to get more of the same from him tonight. Take it away.
Okay, Allie, thanks. Well, that was an incredible night for him. They rode him to that win.
And he was more than happy to carry them, BA. He might still be feeding off that performance heading into this one.
Yeah, you know, all indications are that he feels good coming into this one. Feels confident that he can build on that prior success.
Outside Brunson. And that one's good. And Green with the assist.
He's a producer. It's part of their plan to get him as many touches as possible.
Pass to Miracle Man. Off target from three-point range. And up the court they come. The Mavericks on the break. Burks against Brown. Back to Green. Drives to the hoop. Walker pulls down the board. The Knicks have gotten only 3 of 9 attempts to fall in the second.
And a lot's changed for Kemba Walker. Bought out over the summer. And, of course, this was after he was sent out to Oklahoma City with the Thunder. Now, Kemba gave up some cash in that buyout, but he feels like he's in a great fit with the Knicks to help them make another run.
Walker against Brunson. Right side, Bertans. Second chance shot. And it's Chris missing.
That's going up against a defense that knows your tendencies.
Here's Walker. Some solid defense from Brunson.
He's as surprised as we are. Most nights, that bucket is automatic.
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
And that one is stuffed right through.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
He makes it first. A big group substitution here for New York. Noel, he's checked in for Robinson. Toppin comes in for Julius Randle. Barrett's checked in for Burks. And Rose is subbed in for Walker. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Kleba, he's checked in for Chris. Finney-Smith comes in for Bertans. Ntilikina, he's checked in for Green. And Doncic has subbed in for Brunson. Here's Miracle Man. The layup off target.
It hasn't been his best quarter. I mean, he's trying to shoot himself out of the slump.
Here's Doncic. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
Just a big play at this juncture of the game. Second chance points could be the key for them.
Impressive effort right there. That's what they need to mount a comeback.
Yeah, and if you look at it, had they been converting those second chances all along instead of waiting until now?
And so we wrap up the first half. Knicks out in front. They lead by 8. And we'll step away briefly, but get you. Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. And for players these days, a lack of shooting can be a big hindrance. Grant, would you be more concerned by struggles from the perimeter or the free throw line?
I'd be more concerned with struggles at the free throw line. I mean, if you struggle there, you can become very, very tentative out there on the court. And opponents can foul to force your hand.
And on the floor for Jason Kidd as we get into the second half. They've got Jalen Brunson. Marquise Chris is out there with Davis Bertans. Then it's Luka Doncic. And it's Brown in at the 3. Rose outside. Pass to Miracle Man. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Doncic outside. No good. And New York the other way now. And following this one, they'll take on the Hawks in Atlanta. It's a quick turnaround on the road. Just one game.
Since halftime, they've missed 3 of their first 4 shots. Still trying to get their legs under them.
It's hauled in by Miracle Man. The Knicks have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to fall in this second half. Driving to the basket. Doncic grabs the miss. Doncic has got his 6th rebound on the night.
Only 20% from the field to start this half. To me, it looks like their opponent may have made some nice adjustments.
From outside the arc. They get it again. Rose outside. Pass to Miracle Man. Rose outside. 5 to shoot. Here's Miracle Man. Misses the 3.
Man, miss after miss for him. When you're having a quarter like this, the only beneficiary is the defense.
You know, for all his skill, and he's got plenty of it, one thing that people don't realize about Doncic is just how...
Maverick substitution.
Long range from the inbound. Miracle Man can't get it to go. Outside, Brown. Up in time, and no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And so it's the New York Knicks closing out the quarter ahead by... All right, let's listen in. Head coach Jason Kidd is mic'd up. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. Cam Reddish is out there with Mitchell Robinson. Then it's R.J. Barrett. Then there's Derrick Rose. And it's Miracle Man in at the 2 spot. That's the 5 for New York right now.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Brunson with it. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Reddish has got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Miracle Man. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for New York.
That's his first.
You know, with their fast break operating so efficiently, I mean, you can see why they've gone with it throughout the game.
It also seems like they're taking a lot of pride in their rebounding tonight, especially offensively.
Luka Doncic has checked in for the Mavericks.
7. That's his second personal. First team foul.
And Doncic with the jam.
You know, what makes Luka so special and lethal is that he has the ability and the knack for taking over games at the most opportune time.
And Miracle Man gets it to go.
After doing nothing from beyond the arc in the first half, he has turned things around.
The Mavericks have gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. Doncic outside. Pass to Brunson. Back to Doncic. Here's Kleba. Just 4 to shoot. From 10 feet away. Brunson misses. And New York shooting about 43% on this one. To the left wing. Here's Miracle Man. Off target with the 3.
You know, he's just chucking it up from distance this quarter. If you're going to do this, especially in the second half, you better make it.
Good work there as it goes.
Yeah, the first half was 1 to deep 6 or forget. But in the second half, he's looked a lot better.
Miracle Man can't get it to go.
Big rebound on a night where they haven't exactly controlled the glass.
But they're still in this one, fellas. Can they pump it up a notch here in the clutch?
Doncic against Rose. Here's the 3. The Knicks with the rebound.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Pass to Miracle Man. Fires the 3. Offensive rebound. Robinson. Soft touch off the glass. And the Knicks lead by 14.
And there he is. I mean, attacking the boards, converting off the misses. I mean, trying to do everything he can to secure this W.
Well, he enjoys deflating the opposition with those extra possessions.
The Knicks making a switch here. Randall is checked in. And Dallas also making a switch. Chris, he's checked in for Kleba. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Over the break, I listened in on what the head coach for Dallas was getting across in the huddle. He gave his guys plenty of encouragement, saying, quote, "You got this. All we have to do is finish strong. And I know we can do that." Firing up his squad for the stretch run. Back to you.
And Allie, thanks.
Not himself from range right now. But the only way out of this funk is to keep trying.
Brunson passes to Doncic. To the paint.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
The kick out to Brunson. Basket's good. Brunson's got 10 points in just the second half.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then because his shot making is not happening right now.
Bertans checked in for the Mavericks. Rose against Doncic. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. Doncic has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Boy, shots like this prove Doncic has the ability to be a major threat from there, expanding his game.
Here's Miracle Man. That one no good. Some solid defense from Brunson. Pass to Chris. from 12 feet. Randall pulls down the board. The Knicks with the lead. 59 seconds left in the game. It's stolen by Bertans. Doncic against Barrett. Tries again. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot two. That one's on Rose. First free throws.
Maverick substitution.
It's stolen by Bertans.
It all comes down to this possession. They must get points.
It really does come down to this. I mean, come up empty, and it's over.
And he gets the bucket.
Doncic taking pride in setting the table for his teammates. I love his unselfishness.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Green. That's his second personal.
He drops the first one, and that increases the lead to 6. Brown, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Brunson comes in for Green. Second one is good, getting both at the line. And it's a 7-point game.
Sensing an opportunity here to increase the lead and capitalizing on it.
Now a timeout called by Dallas. They're trailing by 7. 27 seconds left in the game.
Your Knicks City Dancer.
And now let's take a look at the New Balance Player of the Game.
I'll tell you, some people can score and some people can score. And unquestionably, he was able to score tonight. Man, the defense had no chance. They couldn't contain him, and he took full advantage.
It's evident that this crowd loves him. And with the way he's playing, it's easy to see why. He's really delivered for them time and time again. 27 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. And it's stolen by Rose. Pass to Miracle Man. Looking to get back on track. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
That's his second personal.
He hits the first one. And that stretches their lead to 8. And so both free throws good. And it's a 9-point game here.
Put a bow on this one. His composure at the line effectively ends it.
Livers drops in the 3. And so they foul intentionally.
That's his first personal. 5th team foul.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
Number 77.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point ball game. 11 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. And here's Brown for 3. It's hauled in by Robinson. And so this one belongs to the Knicks. A competitive game. You have to feel like this crowd gave him a little extra edge.
Yeah, they really fed off the energy. You saw their activity level go up. Just a tremendous performance.
And that'll do it, folks. For Allie LaForce, Clark Kellogg, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson saying thank you for watching the NBA, brought to you by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.
I've been getting it since a toddler. I keep dollars on my head. Been a real one is my motto. Handle my problems, I ain't scared. I put powder on my
It's your boy, Dan Rue. Many of you guys know me from doing dances throughout the few years. They put my jump shot in the game like 2 years ago, so everybody uses my jump shot because it's wet. Don't be jealous. Is your jump shot in the game?
No.
And a look at the Knicks earlier. Check out the focus as they get off the bus. They're ready to go. A view of our setting here tonight. As you can see, the lights of stunning downtown Atlanta.
Thanks, Brian. Well, the Atlanta Hawks
Well, they're poised to compete in the East for a long time, Allie. Good reporting there. And a look at the starters for the Knicks. Inside, we have Randall and Robinson. Then there's Derrick Rose. Then it's R.J. Barrett. And it's Miracle Man in at the two-guard spot. And for Atlanta, in the backcourt, Young and Bogdanovich. DeAndre Hunter is out there with Danilo Gallinari. And it's Capella in at center, filling out the middle. And tonight, the rare marquee matchup at center, Grant. This ought to be a treat.
Oh, yes. Two heavyweights slugging it out. The different styles with the same goal, to dominate in the painted area.
And so off the tip, it is New York. Here's Miracle Man. They get the rebound. Here's Bogdanovich. To the middle. And there's Capella. That one's good. On the assist by Bogdanovich.
Not just a score,
Bogdanovich shows excellent feel as a playmaker. That was a nice find.
Gallinari with it. A dependable player on offense, giving them over 13 a game. Pass to Bogdanovich. Five on the clock. Back to Capella. And the slam dunk by Capella.
An assertive slam by Clint Capella, showing the defense what he can do. When you look back at the 2010s, we had some monster trades in the NBA. Danilo Gallinari was part of two of them. First in 2011, he was sent from New York to Denver in the Carmelo Anthony deal.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative.
And at a certain point, you just have to look to someone else to score for you.
And the layup falls. And the second major deal Gallo was a part of. Smitty, the trade sending Paul George from OKC to the Clippers.
Yeah, it was Gallo and SGA. 5 first-round picks going from the Clips to the Thunder back in 2019. We keep seeing Danilo moved in these blockbuster trades because he's a unique talent at 6'10" with a shooting ability out this world.
Man, that was fast. They're already up by double digits.
This has been a beatdown right here, possibly over before it began.
The Knicks have gone 0 for 5 to begin this game. Here's Miracle Man. He's covered by Gallinari.
And he just hasn't been able to get it going this period.
And you've seen they've made numerous attempts to try to get him going. Shows how valuable he is to this offense.
The shot no good. New York goes the other way with it. To the inside. And Miracle Man gets it to go.
Great court awareness by Derrick Rose, reading every inch of the floor so well.
Next foul, number 77.
And the Hawks making a change here. Okongwu's checked in.
Coming under the floor for your Hawks.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Young against Robinson, down low. And it's stolen by Rose. And there's the drive. Miracle Man.
Talk about taking advantage of the opportunity.
How about the anticipation right there that led to the steal? Then he goes straight to the bucket.
Great activity at both ends. Great teamwork as well.
Pass to Young. Outside Bogdanovich. Pocket 4. Target from outside. The Knicks have gone 2 of 8 shooting the ball. Randall, the pass to Rose. Pulls up at the elbow. Miracle Man can't get it to go.
The will is there, but the execution is lacking. He can't seem to finish plays this quarter.
Pass to Young. One a little long.
And that's okay. Even though you miss, you had the right guy taking the shot.
Here's Miracle Man. His last outing, he had 24 points.
If you let Julius Randle get to the rim, this is what you can expect.
The Hawks leading. Pass to Okongwu. Back to Young. To the middle. Here's Capella. Good work defensively by Robinson.
What a defensive play. Gets the stop and does it without fouling.
Driving inside. Second shot opportunity. Randall. Good. Randall's got his second basket of the night.
This run has been fueled by their matador defense.
Outside Bogdanovich. Pass to Okongwu. Young against Rose. Young, the pass to Capella. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Here's Miracle Man. Rejected by Okongwu.
He's kind of lost his way this period, having a hard time getting anything to go down.
outside Bogdanovich. Looking to end the drought. And no good. And at the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Hawks ahead. They're up by 2. And we'll be...
Next up, Hawks.
Clint Capella, he's checked in for Jang. Hunter comes in for Herter. And it's Young in for Williams. For the Knicks, you know, by the time Bogdanovich arrived in the NBA, he was already a well-seasoned pro, Grant.
Yeah, he had an impressive run in a number of European leagues, amassing a ton of awards and championships. So he definitely knew what he was getting into when he came stateside to play with the rest of the best.
So on the floor for the Knicks. Inside, we have Randall and Robinson. Alec Burks is out there with R.J. Barrett. And it's Miracle Man in at the 3.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Thanks, guys. Well, Miracle Man, in the last time out against the Mavericks, delivered in a major way. He added 24 points, and thanks to his assertiveness, he drew a number of fouls, getting himself to the line. He was tenacious, continuing to play exceptional basketball. Guys, we'll see how long he can play at this level.
Okay, thanks for that. You know, the impact he had on that game was big.
And it's not easy to point to just one area he made a difference, but his effect was felt all over the place. He was on fire.
Yes, he was. In attack mode all night. Once he gets into a rhythm, he's very difficult to slow down.
And just a lack of fight right now on the defensive end.
Right? At least on that slam it was. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, defensively, your mantra at this point has to be no easy buckets.
Young can't hit. And for New York, they're shooting 32% for this game. Not what they're hoping for. Here's Miracle Man. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. Pass to Robinson. And a big finish by Robinson.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. Outside Young. 13 feet out. Capella. It's good on the putback. And the Hawks lead by 14.
And you have to appreciate the heart they've shown on the offensive boards this quarter.
Here's Miracle Man. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Powerful. He saw an opening and turned it into a highlight reel.
Man, just sent it down with some force.
Anytime you get an opportunity to show off a little bit, you have to take it.
Burks against Young. Shoots over Burks. No good that time. And so it's Atlanta now holding a 12. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. One of the stories here, Danilo Gallinari. Man, is he getting it done today.
He's been dominating down low. Gotta assume they'll keep feeding him the rock.
Why go away from something that's working? Force the defense to prove that they can stop it.
In the backcourt, Young and Bogdanovich. Danilo Gallinari out there with Clint Capella. And it's Hunter in at the 3. So that's the lineup for Atlanta.
All he needed was a little separation. So effective.
Boy, cleared the path, put him in position for a prime-time dunk.
That's a big-time move and a big-time finish.
Well, Grant, starting your career in the 50s. Oh, you know, actually, back then we'd see teams usually score in the 80s and 90s. What do you think of the current scoring?
Really, B.A., the 50s? Wow. But it's crazy. I mean, back then, yes, every game was in the 80s and 90s. Now everyone averages at least 100 points per game. So I think it's been an interesting evolution of the game. And, of course, the fans all love offense. And these players and teams today are providing just that.
Here's Young. The Knicks pull it in. Robinson's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Randall. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Atlanta's gone 4 of 9 so far from the perimeter. Gallinari, the pass to Young. Here's Bogdanovich. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Bogdanovich has gotten his first bucket of the night.
Like a matador. Olé! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
They get it back. Gallinari. Randall with some nice D.
Unusual for him, just a lack of concentration. Fails to finish the play. I can see he's pressing a little now, trying desperately to help them shrink this deficit.
Here's Young. Uses the glass on the layup. Young's gotten 4 this quarter.
Many scouts felt Trae Young would convert shots inside at the NBA level, and that's where he's a complete threat.
Time called here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, Brian. Historically, a few franchises.
Next substitution.
There's 14 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Miracle Man. Defended by Bogdanovich. Count it. Good. Robinson's got his second basket of the game.
His team is down because he's not shooting enough. There's no reason he shouldn't be getting more looks right now.
Young way outside. And so it's Atlanta going into the break up 12. The hustle they've shown on defense has been tremendous. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that, Don. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And on the floor for New York here in the fourth. Barrett plays the small forward with Randall in at the 4. Then there's Mitchell Robinson. Then there's Derrick Rose. And it's Miracle Man in at the shooting guard position. Young against Barrett. And that one's good. Young.
On the offensive end, Trae Young makes a huge impact. He can carry a team.
Pass to Miracle Man. On the take. Rebound Atlanta. At one point, they led by 16.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Bogdanovich from long range hits the three-pointer. And the Hawks lead by 15.
And he's not taking it easy on them at all. I mean, we all know he's going to keep pouring it on.
I mean, defensively, if you have any hope of coming back in this game, you can't afford to give him those looks.
Flying in with the one-hand slam.
That right there was a statement finish. It's right on the wing. About a minute and a half into the fourth now. Up and in on the layup.
And staring at a sizable deficit, the defense has to tighten up.
For New York, they've gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. Lets it go from 11. He's off on that one. So Atlanta will take it the other way. Now Young. Going inside. That's bucket number 5. He's 5 for 12 now.
A slow start for him, but making amends here in the second half.
Here's Miracle Man. Robinson gets the bucket. Robinson's got 4 points this quarter.
That's a well-timed, well-coordinated play. Comes right off the pick for the lay-in.
Pass to Young. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
You know, as ice-cold as he was in the first half, that's how hot he has been since the break. No one can match up with him right now.
And Clint Capella picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game. So for the Hawks, Gallinari, he's checked in for Okongwu, and Hunter's subbed in for Wright. Here's Robinson, who's locked in, drains his 5th shot in as many attempts.
Well orchestrated, and then the pass is right on the money.
Fourth quarter keeps moving along. 3 minutes gone by now. Inside. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
DeAndre Hunter has a great combination of strength and length. Throw it down, young fella.
Back to Randall. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Sometimes it's simple. Put the ball in the hands of your scorers and let them do what they do best.
Rose against Young. And it's Capella with the jam.
Really feels like they're in control. They've got a big lead with time dwindling.
Reason why they've tightened up the vice grip a little more each time up the floor. We'll see if they can close this one out.
They came out and had a statement win with their performance tonight. A fantastic effort to get it done here for the Hawks.
And they got a huge boost from their reserves tonight.
Yeah, the point differential between the two benches was a deciding factor in this game.
And they played well tonight, picking up win number 24 of the year.
And with this victory, they have an edge in the season series at 2-1, with one more game to follow against this team.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Danilo Gallinari.
Boy, such a big factor in the game tonight. His intensity on the boards. Even when guys put a body on him, he somehow still beats them to the ball.
Capella, pass to Hunter. Capella inside, working on Robinson. Hunter, and the baseline jumper goes down.
Impressive job by this team. And you really can't discount the impact of this crowd here.
They gave the team tremendous energy tonight. The fans were fantastic. It was a true home court advantage.
Pass to Miracle Man. Down to 5 on the shot clock. To the inside. And it's Randall with the jam.
One positive takeaway, at least they're finally showing signs of life out there.
They put together some great possessions here at the end. It's a shame they could have used this run much earlier.
Back to Gallinari. It's hauled in by Robinson. Here's Miracle Man. Hunter covering. Stolen by Capella. So we see the Hawks taking the W here. A clean win, and one where they clearly showed better energy.
Yeah, so true. They put on a show here at home, and I really think they had that extra swagger and confidence, too.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Steve Smith, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, I'm Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching this 2K Sports coverage of the NBA. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
I've been getting it since a toddler. I keep dollars on my head. Been a real one is my motto. Handle my problems, I ain't scared. I put powder on my collar, cause she proud of what I said. I'm a leader, I got on follow in my footsteps like I'm a ton of make them shit. Like I'm like new phantom in the backseat. I'm from Atlanta with these.
Professor, what do you think of NBA 2K23 so far?
It was dope. Right away looking at it, you could see the graphic upgrades. You know, like sometimes in the past people be like, oh, it's 2K, it's always pretty good, but like this one was exceptional. Right when I looked at it, I had like double take. I'm like, this is a real game? Like.
So you're getting scanned today. How excited are you about that?
I'm super excited because.
Coming up next, the Knicks taking on the Hornets. For New York, playing just over 500 ball the last 10 outings, but they think they can play even better. Hornets, Knicks, and we'll be right back after this. Thanks for joining us in honoring Martin Luther King Day. It's a very special presentation. Hey, Allie.
Thanks, Brian. Well,
it's led to this, Allie. Thanks for that. Here are the starters for Charlotte. Ball and Rozier work together in the backcourt. Miles Bridges is out there with Kelly Oubre. And it's Harrell in at the center position, filling out the middle. And for the Knicks, Barrett plays the small forward with Randall in at the 4. Then there's Mitchell Robinson. Then there's Derrick Rose. And it's Miracle Man in at the 2. And Grant, as you watch the league since you retired, what do you think is the biggest change?
Well, you started to see the three-point boom change towards the end of my career. And, of course, also how centers are used is probably the biggest change of them all.
That one falls.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Pass to Miracle Man. Outside Barrett. Here's Miracle Man. And the Knicks, another 3.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Now here's Rozier. He's covered closely. Ball passes to Bridges. Knocked away. Here's Oubre. The 9-footer's on the mark.
You can learn a lot by watching him operate in their offense.
New York has gone 2 for 2 from deep to start this one. Pass to Miracle Man. Back to Rose. Here's Robinson. Harrell defending. Takes the 3. Miracle Man can't get it to go. First quarter, just over a minute and a half in. To the paint. Here's Bridges. Banked it in off the glass.
And the level of focus Bridges has, great job working his way through the concept.
And you know, Kelly Oubre, a name that kind of flew under the radar in free agency. Now, he had a down year with the Warriors last season, but still, he was looking for a payday in free agency. They took a short deal with the Hornets to re-up his value.
Down low. Randall, good.
Let the big man eat. Give it to Randall there, and he's locked in scoring.
Ball outside. Let's go with a 3. He can't get it to go. The Knicks go the other way with it. Last time they came together was in Charlotte, where they fell to the Hornets.
I really didn't see much of an edge from them. A little more intensity could have gone a long way.
Only surprise is that the margin wasn't greater. I mean, somehow they managed to hang around despite the lack of effort.
Shot clock at 3. Here's Miracle Man. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing their last matchup with Orlando.
They hit a couple big shots, but overall, there was a lack of consistency. Just not their night at the offensive end.
Well, you know, the ball movement was lacking. You know, things got stagnant. That's why their offense looked so off.
A quick leaper with a solid frame. Harrell gives opponents problems around the rim.
Miracle Man. And there's the slam. Dunk to finish it off.
The movement off the ball is good. I mean, and the pass to hit him in stride is even better.
Now a timeout called by Charlotte.
The coach, no doubt, wants to use this timeout to review the matchups and maybe make some adjustments.
Substitution on the court.
And we played just over a minute of basketball in the second quarter. Robinson gets the bucket.
Great work right there on the inbounds play. Getting the bucket before the D has time to react.
On the court for Charlotte, Ball and Rozier work together in the backcourt. It's Bridges and Washington teaming up at forward. And it's Harold in at the 5, down low. Charlotte again missing. New York has gone 1 of 3 from three-point land here in the second quarter.
Thanks, guys. Well, Miracle Man, in the last time out against the Hawks, had a huge game. He picked up 14 points and just played hard, notching a double-double. And during this great run of his, he's had a number of these kinds of performances. We've come to expect it of him now. Guys?
Great work. Thanks for that. And there's always the chance of a carryover effect into tonight's game.
I wouldn't put it past him, but it's tough to have back-to-back performances like that.
Yeah, well, he made it look easy last time. I mean, he's in sync from the get-go. We'll see, though, if he can replicate that rhythm tonight.
Now here's Rozier. He came away with 14 points in his last game. Robinson with the block. On the take, and it's flushed down. A nice jam.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And rightfully so. Also, how lackluster was the defense right there with the score this tight?
Knocks it down from distance.
Well, I love how quick Bridges makes decisions, including when he should look to shoot as soon as he catches it.
Pass to Miracle Man. That three's off the mark.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Rozier can't get it to go. New York has gone 5 of 12 from three-point range tonight. Here's Toppin. He's guarded by Washington. Here's Miracle Man. Back to Toppin. And he throws it down. What a terrific lead pass.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use two hands next time. He knows where he is. Ball into the lane. Hey, how's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk. These teams have really gone back and forth.
Yeah, 5 lead changes already. This one's going to be a battle for sure.
Robinson in the post. Harold defending. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. Julius Randle's checked in for New York. Rose comes in for Burks. And the Hornets making a change here as well. Oubre's checked in.
And LaMelo Ball has really impressed right out of the gate. Many wondering how he would compare to his brother Lonzo, too. His playmaking and rebounding have just been outstanding.
Pass to Miracle Man. And here is Barrett. Here's Miracle Man. They grab their own miss. Out to Rose. Now here's Barrett. The three-pointer off the mark. 40 seconds left in the second period. On the wing, Rozier. Robinson defending. Pass to Oubre. 4-3. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
New York trailing. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Here's Randle. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Randle's gotten his second bucket of the game.
And they can run out the clock here. No need to rush it.
Yeah, no need to get the ball back here. You want to close this quarter with momentum.
Here's Miracle Man. He gets it up. No good. Misses at the buzzer.
Now you have to respect the hustle when Rozier is active on defense.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been... And proud to have you with us on Martin Luther King Day for a special presentation of the NBA. Charlotte has gotten 7 of 12 three-point attempts to fall. Inside, we have Randle and Robinson. Then it's R.J. Barrett. Then there's Derrick Rose. And it's Miracle Man in at the shooting guard position. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. To the middle. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
He's so experienced. To tell me something Rose hasn't seen on the court. I mean, he reads the D like a book.
And let's talk some 2K, Chris. If you're building a player, what position would be the most fun? Guard, a wing, or a big man?
I would say probably a wing. Because you can kind of switch up on the length. You can be as tall as KD or as short as, let's say, Harden. But you can also have skill sets with that. Quickness, shooting, getting other guys involved. So I would say, I'm probably going with the shot.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
The first free throw is good.
At the line for the Knicks.
And it's tied up with that one. The Hornets shooting 56% today. Here's Harold. Oh, and the jam by Harold.
And you know Harold wants to jam it. No layups here. He loves flushing it home.
Oh, doing damage above the rim. That was our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thanks, BA. Last season, the Charlotte Hornets finishing with their best record in the last 5 seasons. With the addition of LaMelo Ball, this team finally has some talent to build around, playing a switching defense and going zone the most in the NBA. Guys?
Oh, fun to watch. Thanks, Allie. Good stuff. Back to Rozier. And the three off target.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss. Good play call and good execution. The offense running on all cylinders.
Now a timeout called by Charlotte. So both teams making some changes here.
Substitution on the court.
Ball finds Washington. Ball left side. Back to Washington. And it's all tied up. Washington's got 14 points for the game.
Well, the defense can't let Washington get into a rhythm because once he gets going, he doesn't let up.
Randall outside. Lays it up and banks it in.
They are passing the ball around tremendously right now.
The Hornets have gotten 7 of their first 11 attempts to go in this half. Rozier outside. 12 seconds left in the third quarter. Clock at 6. Oh, no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Here's Randall. And it's Randall with the jam.
You see the good speed, especially for a power forward. Randall making plays in transition.
And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we approach the fourth. Knicks out in front, leading by 4. And time to step away quickly, but we'll be back in no time. And we take a listen in now to Tom Thibodeau on a recent huddle.
Everybody hang top. Now look, we got to talk.
And thanks for staying with us, folks, for our MLK Day broadcast of NBA action. On the court for the Hornets. Ball and Rozier work together in the backcourt. It's Bridges and Washington teaming up at forward. And it's Harold in at the 5.
Their offense is really humming right now, and it's because of the beautiful ball distribution.
Now here's Rozier. He's closely guarded. Ball against Rose. And Ball gets it to go.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
This is why they go to him in these spots. I mean, they trust his judgment and ability to score down the stretch.
And Miles Bridges is going to pick up a foul. That'll be a second foul of the game.
I have to admit, I mean, it's always a tough decision for the ref on the block charge call.
Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile 1 block we just saw on replay.
Oh, terrific defensive intensity right there. Getting stops like that is crucial for them right now.
Rozier outside. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
Yeah, being commentary Rozier, he's well more responsibility. Started out as a role player and spark plug off the bench, and now it's starting caliber player.
And he sinks the second. What makes Rozier effective is how he uses his speed and athleticism. See Webb, he can be really terrifying penetrating inside, and you got to love his energy.
He wants to play as many minutes as he can. He's a true baller who takes on challenges head on. That's the kind of guy you love having on your team. A flat-out loss of concentration. That kind of turnover will drive a coach crazy.
Charlotte trailing. Ball outside. Inside. Here's Harold. Boy, they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but still coming up empty.
Good job hitting the glass. They're +8 in rebounding.
Rose with the bucket.
And a nice bump for their offense this half. Now shooting over 50% for the game.
Rozier outside. Pass to Washington. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Well, I like that Washington isn't afraid to work. Clashes with the defender, still gets a shot.
Oubre, he's checked in for Bridges.
And they've been playing with much greater physicality this half. Getting themselves to the free throw line is a bust.
Here's Miracle Man, pounded by Rozier. Now Robinson. Here's Miracle Man. Robinson gets the bucket.
And just shredding apart the defense with his passing. He's helping to pace this offense so well.
Oh, man, so unselfish. He's doing a great job creating for others and making pinpoint passes.
And that's a foul called on P.J. Washington. That's his first foul.
His first personal. First team foul.
For New York, they've got all 4 shots to go in this final quarter. They double Randall for 3. Barrett. Washington grabs the miss. For Charlotte, they've gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the 4th. Ball passes to Rozier. Robinson with the block. Here's Barrett. Uses the glass on the layup. And it's a 10-point New York lead. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for New York.
All those block shots, that's a clear indicator of the great D they've been playing. Not giving them an inch of space out there.
One other thing they've done very well is getting out in transition. They're running at every opportunity.
Inside Rozier's agility, it gives him an edge. Able to make late shot adjustments and find the bucket.
To the inside. Here's Robinson. And a big finish by Robinson.
B.A., the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Man, absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that. Here's Rozier, and he jams it home with authority.
So effective off the dribble. Rozier maneuvers himself nicely when driving around.
Now a timeout called by New York. They're up by 8. 1:33 left in the 4th. And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game.
Yeah, really the standout element of this game tonight was his offense and his ability to get inside by cutting the defense to shreds, finding lanes, even making them, and relentlessly attacking the hoop.
Hey, these fans love him so much, and when he gets it going, they respond. The crowd's energy fueled his performance. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We played about 3.5 minutes into the 4th quarter here. Miracle Man. New York, no good that time either. The Hornets have got 3 of 6 shots to go in this 4th quarter. Here's Bridges. Randall pulls down the board. Randall's got his 5th rebound in this one. Pass to Miracle Man. Yep, that one goes. 26 points for him.
And this is a game they can build off of. They kept their focus all game long, and it will get marked as a win for the Knicks.
Check out their assist numbers.
They didn't get stuck in isolation. They got the ball to the guys who had the best matchups.
That'll do it for this one. They've earned their 27th victory of the year tonight.
And this is an even matchup. 1-1 on the season series with 2 left to play.
Oh, some serious power to finish that one off.
And guys, that's got to be the dagger. This is how you finish a game.
Yeah, I love how they play for one another out there. No signs of selfishness. They're just a total team effort.
Rozier, a good look. And that one's long.
He makes a lot more of those than he misses. Not sure what threw him off right there.
And he lobs it up top. Shot is good by Barrett. And the Knicks lead by 14.
Their home crowd has energized them all game. Now they're closing it out.
You know they are, sure. I mean, come on, the finish line is in sight. All they have to do is play it smart.
It's very difficult to slow him down defensively, especially when you have communication problems.
To the paint. Stolen by Rozier. Fast break. Here come the Hornets. Here's Harold. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way. And so it's the Knicks taking care of business in this one. A clean win, and one where they clearly showed better energy.
Yes, so true. They put on a show here at home, and I really think they had that extra swagger and confidence, too.
And that about wraps it up. For Allie LaForce, Chris Webber, and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. We thank you for watching tonight's game. We'll see you next time.
I was talking to Nikola Jokic the other day, and he said that you were one of his favorite young passers in the game. How does that make you feel?
You know, that's a real honor. Joker's a genius-level passer, one of the best passing bigs of all time. So to get that kind of praise for him, that's huge. You always want the respect of your peers.
So is there anyone else in the league, perhaps, that you look to as someone you want to emulate?
When it comes to my passing?
I'll listen to whatever, but yeah, let's say that. I was asking about passing.
LeBron obviously comes to mind. Going back a little bit, I was always a big Jason Kidd guy. There's a lot of great passers in the league, though, so it's hard to single out just any one guy.
Yeah, I hear that. Hey, thanks for your time, MP.
Thank you, John.
I've been getting it since a toddler. I keep dollars on my head. Been a real one is my motto. Handle my problems, I ain't scared. I put powder on my collar, cause she proud of what I said. I'm a leader.
Normally, and then B, I have history with 2K. So from 2K7 to 2K12, we did a lot of like the signature moves for a lot of like the NBA All-Stars and stuff like that. So to come back here and be in collaboration is awesome.
The game is actually really smooth. I like it. They slowed it down a little bit. It's more realistic until I get in the park and I'm
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Our broadcast tonight coming to you from New York City, amid all the hustle and bustle of the streets of Manhattan. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. NBA action is coming up. And tonight, we've got the New York DA. It's all yours.
Kevin, thank you very much. Well,
good point. No pressure, DA. Thank you. And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. They've got Towns, Patrick Beverly out there with Russell. Then it's Taurean Prince, and it's Edwards in at the 3 spot. And for New York, in the forward positions, Barrett and Randall. Rose is out there with Miracle Man, and it's Robinson in at the center, filling out the middle. Just sort of looking at the standings here, Greg, midseason. Do you think the conference system still holds any relevance?
Listen, I think for travel distance, it makes sense to continue to have divisions and conferences. But in the perfect world, I think we'd love to see, hey, let's just see them 1 through 16 and determine who's truly the best.
It's Barrett on the wing. Clock at 6. That one, no good. And Minnesota will come the other way. Russell with a wide open look. Drills the three-pointer.
Boy, you look at D'Angelo Russell. He's got a sweet stroke. The lefty can knock it down from 3, but always seems to be playing at his pace, under good control.
Here's Rose. A rebound by the Timberwolves. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
Well, they made a few key shots, but missed many more. It was a rough night for them offensively.
And you know what? If you're not going to outwork your opposition, then you typically are going to get outplayed.
Edwards inside. Barrett covering.
Fantastic defense from Barrett there. It helps big time when he gives the hustle and stays home with his man.
Boy, that's a look. He has to finish, and he knows it. Blown opportunity.
Russell passes to Edwards. Puts up a 3. Minnesota gets it back at a new shot clock of 14 seconds. And he gets it back. Ball's knocked loose. They retain possession. Goes up again, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on Mitchell Robinson.
Yeah, and you know, when Edwards is aggressive, I think it forces defenders to try to get physical back, and when he's close to the rim, he usually is able to draw the foul as a result.
And Anthony Edwards, the top pick of 2020, not the most polished player early on, but his ceiling is through the roof.
And so he hits both. So many top picks come in ready to play, Greg. Edwards a part of a class that needed more time, though.
Yeah, the talent is clearly there. And don't forget the pandemic cutting the college careers of many of the 2020 draftees short. Edwards, though, has all the tools to be an incredible wing player.
Russell against Randall. Pass to Towns. Over Robinson. Robinson with the block. And the Miracle Man is going to pick up a foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
I think he has to play.
The Knicks leading by 7. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court for Minnesota. Russell in the backcourt with Beasley to his side. McDaniels is out there with Prince, and it's Reed in at the 5.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Burks against Russell. Over to the left wing. Beasley for 3. Robinson pulls it in. New York shooting well. They're at 45%. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, Miracle Man in their last game against the Hornets was phenomenal. He scored 28 points, and he continued to connect from the foul line and the three-point line throughout the game. He put up numbers that really jumped out in the box score. A very solid performance. Kevin will see what he's got in his arsenal tonight.
Yeah, David, in stretches, he was absolutely dominant. Greg, he'd love to match that performance tonight.
This team needs his contributions. When he's right, he makes winning plays time and time again.
For sure, and draws so much defensive attention that it opens up opportunities for others.
Here's Robinson. And there's the pass to Miracle Man. 6 on the shot clock. A slam dunk by Robinson.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
And something this team wants from Russell, his ability, Clark, to close games out on offense.
Yeah, and that's something you grow into, Kevin. I mean, Russell is starting to develop that part of his game, but to create on his own, he knows how to do that now. It comes down to learning on the job as to when to do that and when not to.
And Russell, a player known for his offense, but Greg, he's put in work to improve his play on defense as well.
Yeah, you know, Russell was known for his lack of defense there for a while, but he's been trying to improve that part of his game. It's a long road, but I tell you what, he is definitely taking steps.
Passes it to McDaniels. Beasley outside. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Miracle Man, the pass to Toppin. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Here's Russell. Here he goes. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Russell's got 12 points in the game.
You know, we've seen a big jump from Russell in terms of his production. Now he's a legitimate scorer who can dominate a game with his offense.
Oh, and there's the alley-oop.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off.
Boy, both ends of that play, guys, were fantastic.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout. So New York ends up going with the new group. And so that brings the first half to a close. Knicks. If you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, one half to go. It's been a clinic out there with D'Angelo Russell.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
Yeah, you know what? The defense is going to adjust. They'll be ready for him now, so I'm sure they talked a lot about how to slow him down.
Randall and Robinson make up the inside pair. Miracle Man is out there with Derrick Rose. And it's Barrett at the 3, the small forward. So that's who Tom Thibodeau starts the second half with. The Knicks leading by 10. Now we've seen mid-range jumpers lose favor, but Clark, it seems like the floater is on the rise.
Kevin, it's a must-have shot in today's game because of the lane being open as much as it is, the way the game is officiated, where you can drive it and create foul situations. Smaller guys that get in the lane have to have a shot that can avoid taller defenders, and the floater is that shot. You know, Taurean Prince is not the guy you want to send to the foul line.
It's his first trip to the line.
And he's at 73% this year at the foul line. Adequate, but not spectacular.
And I know he's got to be upset at himself for shooting so poorly at the line. So I would think he'll be doing everything he can to bring those numbers up.
Robinson passes to Miracle Man. Back to Robinson. And the dunk by Robinson.
Taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Right side Towns. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Towns has got 5.
Well, that time Towns showing you that he has the physicality to beat the contact. The defense has to do a lot more than that to stop him.
Here's Miracle Man. Oh. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Oh, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark.
And guys, I know there are a lot of questions right now defensively for this team. There's no doubt about that.
Beverly against Robinson. It'll go, and the Knick lead is cut down to 8 on the bucket from Beverly.
Tremendous focus from the little man, Patrick Beverly, there.
Randall outside. Uses the glass to finish the layup. 9 points in the game so far.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Russell passes to Towns. Back to Russell. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Pass to Towns. Towns is doubled. Robinson against Russell. The wing jumper off target.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thank you, guys. We have seen today's athletes taking stands for social justice. All-star Bradley Beal says, we understand there will be a backlash, but we don't care about that. I'm a human being, a citizen, just like everybody else. I have family and friends still living in those environments, and I'm their voice. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you very much. And given Robinson's upside coming out of college, it was a little bit of a surprise that he fell to the second round.
And he's more of a classic big. It won't stretch the floor. You're not going to run the offense through him. But, boy, you can't teach size and athleticism. And that's what he brings to the party.
Love the unselfishness of Beverly. I mean, when he sees his teammate wide open, he quickly gets him the ball.
Back to Rose. Here's Miracle Man, defended by Beverly. Here's Miracle Man, shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
That's his second personal.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. Much better off making him go to the line.
So for the Knicks, Obi Toppin's checked in for Julius Randle. Quickly comes in for R.J. Barrett. And Walker subbed in for Rose. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Towns. Vanderbilt comes in for Torian Prince. McDaniels, he's checked in for Edwards. And it's Malik Beasley in for D'Angelo Russell.
Man, I tell you, you really have to appreciate how much Beverly hustles. He plays hungry and with an edge. He's skilled, though, on both ends of the floor in addition to that.
Alec Burks checked in for Toppin. And so he makes both from the line.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Yeah, they're making the most of their opportunities at the stripe, and they'll need to keep it up to take the lead.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
There's 48 seconds left to play here in the third. Now, here's Reid. He's covered closely, and it's Beverly missing. And so it's Burks bringing it up now for the Knicks. At one point, they led by 16. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. And that's the third of 4 straight played at home. Going inside.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Beasley outside. Shoots the 3. Buries it from 3-point range.
Beasley. Well, that's Beasley's shot right there. He loves to rise and fire and knock him down from behind the arc.
And so it's New York. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. Back right after this. And we reach. New York going with almost an entire new group here. Julius Randle's checked in for Cameron Reddish. Miracle Man comes in for Alec Burks. R.J. Barrett's checked in for Quickly. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Kemba Walker. Prince is checked in for Minnesota. Edwards comes in for McDaniels.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
On the court for Minnesota. Beasley on the wing along with Edwards. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Torian Prince. And it's Beverly in at the point.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
It's Beasley on the wing. Prince against Randall. Kicks it out to Beasley. Poked away. Stolen by Rose. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in.
Rose, a very solid floor general. I think that's an underrated part of his game. He's excellent in finding his teammates.
Beverly the pass to Towns. Edwards inside. And finished off by Edwards.
Oh, doctor. Oh, my goodness. Anthony Edwards throwing it down with force. Get this guy in the dunk contest.
And he drives in, and the shot goes down. Miracle Man's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Guys, when you're this hot, it's elementary. Let it fly. Keep staying at it.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Knicks.
The blocking really turned things into their favor this time.
Great timing, anticipation. They got the blocks, and that definitely changed the momentum of this game.
And now, on the year, this will take them to 28 wins.
And that's going to do it for the season series between these two teams. It's clear who had the better game plan and better execution, and that's why they'll finish up 2-0 against the Timberwolves. I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was.
For Miracle Man,
he just looked like an orchestrator out there. His teammates kept running to the open spot, and he found them time and time again. I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Taj Gibson's checked in for Robinson. Noel comes in for Randall. Evan Fournier's checked in for Barrett. And it's Burks in for Derrick Rose. Reed offline with his three. .41 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. No good from Miracle Man. Here's Minnesota. 19-point game. They get it again. Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
That's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
Pass to Layman. Here's McLaughlin. Burks covering, and that one good.
You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent passing.
Here's Miracle Man. From deep. Doesn't get it to drop for him. So no problem for New York as they get the win. It was a tale of two teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Olney, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
Hi, MP. Another solid game. Well done.
Thank you, Candace.
You know, I'm working on a long-form piece on the best assist men in the league, and I've been asking the upper echelon guys, what is the single most important element that a premier distributor in this league needs to have? It could be an approach to the game, a practice regimen, a support system. I've gotten all kinds of answers, so I'm curious what you have to say.
That's an interesting question. I'll say just a willingness to work, a willingness to fail. You've got to put in the time, and a lot of that time is going to be spent making mistakes. That's the nature of learning and getting better. And it's tough because you've got a lot of people dependent on you, and when you mess up, it's high stakes. The guys who can handle that, shoot, the guys who crave that, those are the ones who you see at the top of the assist leaderboard. Not everyone is built for this, Candace.
But you are.
Oh, for sure. I want that pressure. It's a big part of the fun.